this was good. I've been watching a lot of Morning Joe because I'm in New Hampshire, and some other people here like Morning Joe. Yeah. Hey, and so I like it because I get to see what everybody else is saying, and for the most part, I'm actually impressed that Scarborough has been as fair and honest, I think, on this, and that you've actually heard a very optimistic tone, even from him. That may start to change as his ratings go down, but for the most part, he had a positive outlook on it. And here's a USA Today anchor who's on asking Chris Coons, the Democrat senator from Delaware, whether or not Trump did the right thing. And she's sort of suggesting that Trump did. I want you to see his response.
Lots of ifs, but if the ceasefire holds, if there's significant damage to the Iranian nuclear program, if they return to the table, does that mean that President Trump was right?
Look, I will, of course, agree that ending Iran's nuclear program would be a real positive for the region and for the United States. Exactly how he went about it, the lack of consultation with Congress, the lack of advance notice, I think was a mistake. And we don't know for sure what the real objective of the administration is. We had on the same day Vice President Vance on a Sunday show saying we are really only focused on ending the enrichment program, and then the president tweeting about maybe regime change isn't such a bad thing. I think it's important to move to diplomacy, to find a way to make the ceasefire hold, and to get Israel and Iran, the United States and our European partners at the table to secure a permanent end.
That sounded to me like he knew it was the right move, okay? So he knew and she knew it was the right move, that Donald Trump did the right thing. But of course, they have to have something to complain about. So they're like, why weren't we included? Well, you can't be included. Guys, there's a method to the madness, okay? If we telegraph it from here to Timbuktu, then guess what? You're not going to have mission accomplished. So this is one where, it was good that it didn't show up on Signal. Maybe that was a decoy as well. It was like, yeah, if the U.S. is going to do anything, it's going to somehow be on Signal first. But oopsie, not this time. Anyway, clearly, and again, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at what the market's telling you. We actually have gold down a little bit today, so yours truly bought a little bit. That's what I do. When things go down, I buy them. So I actually got in very briefly with the market. I think it was just as we learned that Iran had struck Qatar. This actually wasn't really public. I didn't know about it, and I looked at the stock market. I'm like, why are we down all of a sudden? We were down about 0.5%, maybe 0.7% there on the S&P. So I bought a little bit, and I was like, gosh darn it, why would we be down? And then sure enough, the news came out like 20 minutes later. And then we learned that everybody was safe and okay, and the market shot way back up again. So the market was telling you something. The market's always telling you something. Remember that. As for gold, yes, gold down today, so I bought a little bit. I tend to just go in bit by bit when there are these opportunities in pricing. You can do this as well. American Heart for Gold is one of our sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. Text Trish to 65532 for your opportunity to get up to $15,000 with free silver qualifying offers. You can call them at 1-844-495 1115. Again, 1-844-495-1115, or go to trishlovesgold.com today. Really interesting stuff. I'll tell you, the state of the Democrat Party is challenged. Okay, like that's me putting it nicely, because they're really, again, I'll try and put it nicely, feeling the heat. They are losing money left and right. They have no direction. You've got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Jasmine Crockett thinking that they're going to run for president, for goodness sakes. Whoa. All right. So a lot of key people are pulling out. Barry Diller's one of them. Mike Bloomberg, my old boss over at Bloomberg Television. I used to run the political coverage there. That was fun. I'll tell you about that sometime. Anyway. Yeah. Bloomberg and Diller, they say the DNC is ineffectual, and they are totally right. So they're pulling all their money. They don't like AOC. I mean, what the heck has happened to the place? Carville at least gets it. It's the economy, stupid, right? And he knows that these progressives talking their nonsense on this, that, and the other, what gender are you? And, all of this crazy talk, that it's not actually helping the party from a political perspective. You're not going to win with all of that. They've tried to divide and they're trying to splinter off women, and they think that that's actually going to work. It doesn't. Like the divide and conquer thing really doesn't work. We've seen that. Like Donald Trump just won the Electoral College and the popular vote. So you guys are going to have to come up with a new strategy. Billionaire Democrat donors, including Barry Diller, Mike Bloomberg, Mark Lazarus in this crowd too. They're all pulling their money. They're like, why are we going to do this? I mean, here's Diller telling the New York Post, quote, for a variety of reasons, I have no intention of donating to the DNC. And that's going to be a problem because you know what? He donates a lot. And this was a great quote. He said, you know what? President Biden came in and his administration used a bait and switch tactic when it came to his promise of restoring the soul of the nation. I think the biggest crime in the Biden administration is that it came in with a pledge to restore a more civilized, selfless, and uplifting manner of government, and instead let us all down with a progressive, elitism, personal ego, and cynical behavior. Such a shame. I'm with you, Barry. All right, the DNC's most recent financial filings, guys, they've just got a precarious $15 million. That's all they get supporting them. They bled nearly $3 million, I guess, during the month of May. So they're just getting clobbered. And you compare it to, say, the Republicans, who have $72 million in the trove. And Ken Langone said it well, right? He's the founder of Home Depot. Ken Langone is awesome. Like just awesome. I've interviewed him many times over the years, and he is a pure red-blooded American capitalist like yours truly. Anyway, he said, this is great. You know what? Quote, we don't have to worry as the GOP party because the Democrats' positions are so stupid, they'll never raise money again. He's not wrong. I mean, they're really stupid. They want to have state-owned grocery stores in New York City. It's not gonna work. Just consult the history books. So anyway, they're all pulling their money, and rightly so. It's happening at a rather critical time. You know who's really annoyed about who may win the mayoral race here? Not that we like Cuomo. I mean, yours truly does not. But this other guy that they got that maybe, I mean, like that's a whole other ball game, right? That's going to drive real estate prices outside of New York City way up. We're going to get to that in just a second. But first, a shout out from another one of our great sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. We're fully independent. We love it this way. Hey, you know, back in the old days, working in real TV, you think I could come and visit my family for a week like this and still be on the air? And you know I am, because I will not miss a show. When we got news, your Trish Regan is always here. Balance of Nature, code Trish, 35% off. You can call them at 1-800-246-8751, 1-800-246-8751. Balance of Nature, part of a healthy lifestyle, right? I drink lots of water. I walk. I go to the gym and lift weights 3 times a week. I've been trying to up it to 5, but it's not always that easy. You know, 3 kids, full-time job, running a business. Yeah, I got my hands full, but I try. And at some point, we'll get up to 5 days a week, trust me. But the gym, walking, all of these things are really important. The water, eating right, part of a healthy lifestyle, and taking vitamins is part of that as well. So I love Balance of Nature for that reason. You should check them out, balanceofnature.com. Use my code word Trish. It helps me, it helps the show, it helps you, because you get 35% off, you get free shipping, and you get a full money back guarantee.